Hello, YTPC. This is Steve, and watching Smoking Cardboard. It is dark out. You're gonna have a same old boring background, and some kids don't have. My kids don't have school tomorrow. Fall break, so they're outside playing night games, I guess. Not that it's really that late. It's only like 7 o'clock. I'm smoking some Amphora Kentucky in this Seekian bent. I don't know. Maybe this is a Ben Brandy. I don't know. Yeah, still like a month away and then the time change. I was thinking they were going to get that done last year. We don't have to keep changing time, but that did not happen. I think the most frustrating part for me is that I do deer hunting, which is like not really my jam, but I do it. And I have to wake up a whole hour earlier just because time change. Because we don't have, our season doesn't start until the week of Thanksgiving. So it's cold, and you're waking up on the weekend when I'm supposed to be sleeping in super early. Go sit in the stand. Oh well. Deal. I'm looking forward to the Vegas trip. Hopefully it goes smoothly. I don't think I've flown out of the airport here locally before. Besides with the company I work with that has all private planes. So I'm probably going to be way too early because the airport is so tiny. But man, I think it was last year, Vegas time. I went to the show last year, and I think my flight was at 7:50, 8:10, 7:45, something like this. And in my experience, this airport in Minneapolis, they have two of them. They have one for some brands, companies, and then a lower one. It's never busy. Never seen it busy. And so I'm like, well, I'll try to get there, still an hour and a half ahead of time. And I get there, I think I get there about 6:15. And I park my car, and I get to the elevator to go down to the level that has a skywalk to the airport. And the elevator doors open, and I just see a line of people just right in front of the elevator. So we're still in the car park, and then I go, is this the line for TSA? And they're like, yep. And I look, and the line, I can't see the end of it. It's following the edge of the car park. And I go, ooh boy. So I get in line. And just being patient, because getting worked up is not gonna speed up anything. There was a lot of people that were getting worked up, though. It was the corner into the car park where all the people going to TSA, probably from checking their bags or something. And then following the end of the TSA line through the sky walk. And then they look and they turn that corner and then they just see this line go way down and keep going, and then they can't see the end of it, and that's when all their mouths just went but they were trying to push people through. And I think I stood in line for 50 minutes. And when I got down to my flight, they were saying, last call. I was like, oh, all right. So, worked out just right. A little stressful, though. Anyway. So lots of giveaways. We'll see if I can remember. Which ones can I remember? Truckin' Piper Bob wants to... Oh, shoot, I already said the secret word. Truckin' Piper Bob wants to know, what was a childhood book that you really liked? And maybe I could go find a picture and insert it. I didn't grab books, but I do have it to read my kids. And that one was Ferdinand. I really liked that book. Ferdinand the Bull. Going to the bull fight. I'm a little too smart now, though, for that book. It kind of ruins it when he gets all flustered that a bee stings him, that he's so ferocious that they pick him. But all these bullfighters with pointy things can't agitate him because he's so in love with the flowers. It's alright. It's a good story. I like the pictures. Otherwise, it's Berenstain Bears. That's what we also watch or read. Berenstain Bear books. As an adult, I don't know. I've never been diagnosed, so all I can say is I don't have a very good attention span. So reading is hard. It takes a lot of concentration, which I don't have. Unless I'm reading something that I'm really interested, and then it's really easy. But the last time I read something that was easy to read, that had to be like college. Some of those books were I had to read Brave New World. I thought that book was real interesting read. I read the Harry Potter series. I thought that was a fun, easy read when I was touring Europe on trains. It was very fitting. If I go back in other school, I liked Lord of the Flies and All Quiet on the Western Front. The Left Behind series. Those kind of got a lot of books, but I read like the first 11 books because they were all out all in a row. That was like in like four weeks I read all those books. But it's weird because my siblings are all real big readers. I mean, heck, my brother is a professor in journalism. But man, reading for me is really tough. My wife is into it, so she would have lots of good answers. Reads lots of books. So, boring. How did I get into the Y2PC? Well, I decided I was going to learn how to smoke pipes because I thought it was cool. And I kind of went to Reddit forums first, but then it kind of got directed to YouTube. I already used YouTube a lot for board game stuff. Just learning about board games, watching people play board games, so it was pretty natural to check that out for the pipe stuff too. Found Mutton Chop Piper, some of the other guys. But I remember coming across Mel Harris's channel, Garbage Man Piper. And he mentioned all his subscribers. And I had subscribed him because I was, I don't know, getting into this. And he said my name, and that just like blew me away. What? Because I totally never interacted with anybody on YouTube, or really much of any form, just because it always seemed like they were somebody, and I wasn't. And so Mel was the one that got me to make videos. Not because he said, Steve, you should make videos. But he always said, as much as, you want to put into this community, you'll get out of it, And I really wanted to try that out and see what that meant. And I gotta say, initially it was very hard because I was very new to pipe smoking. What did I have to say about pipe smoking? It was very intimidating. I really wanted to do quality videos, I just didn't want it to be junk. And then I realized really fast that, man, making good looking videos is going to take a lot more effort and skills than what I have. And pretty soon the friendships came and got a lot easier. I was talking to friends, not just myself. I wasn't quite second guessing quite as much as what the heck am I doing making a video, although it still creeps out. And yeah. But I really like hearing how other people came to the Y2PC. I feel like it's we are all from so many different worlds. It's kind of so interesting to hear how someone catches wind of the Y2PC and doesn't run. So, obviously there's a lot of people out there that think videos like mine are worse than watching grass grow, but obviously they don't watch them, so that's cool too. But it's neat seeing how all these friends of mine have become friends. Doug asking tough questions. Who are you? Yeah. Trying to think good answer. And I think a good answer is hard. I think it's interesting how you meet someone for the first time and you try to get to know each other. You're always talking about your work. What hobbies do you have? Where did you come from? Where did you grow up? And I think it's to find maybe some commonality, something to be able to talk about. I was interrupted. I can't remember what I was saying. Apologies. Commonalities. You're trying to form some basis to entertain each other. I don't know. Grow connection between the two of you, or see if there's commonality. But that's not like who you are. I don't know. I feel like the only thing I could kind of put my I feel, this is just my opinion, that I am a spiritual being that has flesh. I have spirit that was made by God, who can make things like that. And he made me the way I am. And I was made to enjoy this world that he put me in. But there's problems with that, but yeah, as a result, I'm a follower of God and the things that I believe he stands for and says. And everything else is kind of stems from that thing that I am. And that's, I don't know, it's my belief of who I am. And some parts of that might be not quite accurate. There could be a lot of who I am. I'm forever learning. But I guess I'm not going to get too wrapped up in that. Hey. I don't know, you have to ask Mom.
Love you.
Love you. So anyway, anything else? I think this video is way too long already, so don't put me in any of the giveaways. I don't need any stuff. And with that, I hope you all are well. I hope you're all well. I don't know if it's day, night, whenever you're watching this, but I hope you're well. Happy smokes.